Hello, hello! Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, we are going to get immediately into a reading. To be honest, I did a reading before, but it was so intense once again. We already had such an intense reading that I honestly don't feel like posting it. So let's see what we are getting now. Hopefully it won't be as intense as the last one. So let's see. I hope you are doing well, that your week is going well. Golden opportunity. I like that. Long road ahead. Okay. Let's see. The golden opportunity, it is a 10, which is the wheel of fortune, a distant journey. The familiar has served you well, but it's time to discover who you are beyond its borders. New worlds and new experiences await if you are willing to let go and take the first step. Okay, let's see. Unspoken words. There is something that you have left unsaid. A truth that lingers in the air, heavy and unresolved. These words must find their voice, for they carry the power to liberate you and others. Celebration. Okay. A great vision, empowerment. We have great cards here. Look at that. Magic of belief. Let's take one more. Unfortunate loss. Okay, but I kind of feel that this unfortunate loss here, it is at the end a golden opportunity. It makes me think, of the phrase that I already said. I always have a hard time finding the exact words, but it was not rejection, it was redirection, right? Okay. Magic of belief. It is in the 8th position here. So there is something here that you have manifested, something that you wanted to happen. And apparently it is happening. Empowerment here in the 7th position, which is the position of growth and healing. It is also a number 11, which is the justice card. So there is here some kind of justice coming your way. I kind of feel that the long road ahead and the distant journey, I kind of feel here that at the end of the day we are talking about something that has taken a lot of time. You might have needed to be very, very patient about the situation, but we have here a celebration. With the empowerment here in the 7th position and the great vision, I truly feel here that you have hold tightly to it is written, a great vision. Hold tightly to the vision you have for the future. It's a glimpse of what your soul is calling you to create. Trust in its importance, nurture it with belief, and take inspired steps to bring it to life, right? Kind of feel here, considering the collective, considering what we know that a lot of us have gone through, people attacking, a lot of jealousy, smear campaign, making up stories about us, people believing lies, all those kind of things here. I kind of feel that this might be talking about you preserving yourself, preserving your heart space, trusting yourself, because also we saw a lot of trying to confuse you about the reality, right? So here, as said, we have the wheel of fortune, golden opportunity. An opportunity presents itself to you. one that is rare, aligned, and perfectly timed. There is great potential here. Will you step forward and claim it? This might also be about this difficult situation that happened, that it might have been a golden opportunity for other people who might have misread you, misunderstand you, all those kind of things, to now, and it might have been a trouble during all your life, right? That you felt unseen, misunderstood, and maybe you were not totally unseen, right? We already saw that if you were dealing with people who were controlling, narcissistic, all those kind of things, they wanted you to be confused, right? Be confused about yourself. We know that gaslighting, of course, it is about making you believe fake reality, but more than anything, it is about making you doubt yourself, what you perceive, what you believe, your own intuition, all those kind of things. So I kind of feel here the wheel is turning. The long road ahead, it is in the position of relationship, partnership, all those kind of things. So I kind of feel here that we might be talking about some kind of people where it has been a very, very long journey. I love to see the celebration, obviously. A celebration is in order for all that you've endured and all that you've become. Let joy rise in your heart. You deserve to be happy. No, I just want to tell you that me, in all this period where I found myself totally isolated, in hermit mode, I had things to celebrate, right? I had some kind of victories here and there. I do believe that when we take the right decisions regarding our life, and even very difficult, courageous decision, and sometimes it's leaving behind some kind of people, accepting to see things from a different perspective. For me, and I'm sharing it with you because maybe it can reflect on you, right? For me, it was stop being overly optimistic, right? I always thought that people would change, and I want to believe the best in people. I needed to become very realistic. I needed to put very, very strong boundaries with some people, even go no contact with people. And at the end of the day, what I saw it is that it's like if the universe was celebrating me for whatever I did, right? I already gave the example that I was on Facebook, Instagram for a lot of time. I didn't change anything in my work. I was still posting every day, and my Instagram that was stuck, I think at maybe 2,500 people, like in a few days it just jumped to 10,000, and it just continued to move up and up and up, and it all truly started the day when I said I am done. I went no contact with some people. Like it was, I had like a huge betrayal in my life, a huge slap in the face, that made me understand that I have no other choice but to just go no contact, right? And at the same time, it was like if the universe was telling me, I want you to know that you took the right decision, right? Because it's difficult to take those kind of decisions. And so I kind of feel here that this might be the thing, and I allowed myself to celebrate alone, you know? So for everybody, celebrating might be something different, but yeah, for me it was like I'm not a drinker, and so I bought myself a bottle of wine, white wine that I like, and I just I drank to whatever a good thing was happening. Right? It's important to be able to celebrate. Okay, so it seems here truly that there is a real opening. There might be something here that you might hesitate to speak about. The unspoken words is a number 25, which is a 7, so I'm going to 7. It is something that will bring you some kind of justice, and it will empower you. So, I'm not pushing anyone to talk. I think that there is a right time to talk. Don't talk if it is still painful for you, if there might be some kind of legal case, maybe. Anyway, speaking is might reopen some kind of wound. So be be cautious about that, right? Don't put on yourself any pressure. Talk whenever you feel comfortable with it. But apparently here the message is that if you feel that you should talk about something, this might be the right time, right? It will empower you. So let me see more here. Do we have doubles? No, I don't see doubles. With the long road ahead, we are with 18. 18 is the moon card, and it is also the hermit, right? So we might be talking about a situation where people were very, very confused, maybe fed by illusions, delusions, all those kind of things, that you needed to get into hermit mode in order to protect yourself. But at the end of the day, it seems like you did the right thing. Maybe it allowed you even to have the necessary distance in order to have this great vision, maybe a new inspiration. I would also like to talk about inspiration because it is coming up. So I know that very often I am somebody creative, so I always have like a new project or a new idea or something. But there are periods when there is nothing. And I used to panic when there was nothing, right? Used to say, I don't know what to do next, because I'm not somebody who has plans. I have a direction and I'm following my intuition. I'm following what I am guided to do. And so at those periods where there is nothing, then sometimes, I used to panic. And now I understood that very often when there is this emptiness and this nothing, this space where you don't know what's next, chances are that it is just making some kind of space for something new to come up. And at the end of the day, ideas, they just pop in our head out of nowhere. But in order to be able to hear them, we need this empty, right? We need the calm. In order to be able to catch those glimpses of inspiration, of guidance, telling us, you have to do that, this would be a good idea, get excited for that. You understand what I mean? So if you are stuck in that and you don't know what's next and you are panicking, please don't panic. Wait, there will be something coming up. Inspiration, good ideas, they often don't come when you are just, stressed about it and trying to force it. They just come into your mind, and it comes from a very open energy, right? So if you stress, you might even block it. Okay, I'm happy because this sounds like a more positive reading. I also feel here that there was some kind of golden opportunity for someone, and sadly there is something that they needed to say and they decided not to say. They might have had a great vision, but they kept it for themselves, and so they might be suffering now loss. We are with the number 4. So this loss, it might be talking about truly something that is creating in them a lack of stability, because you might have been a golden opportunity bringing them some kind of balance in their life, some foundation, some stability. And maybe they thought, that they can... I don't know why I'm getting this inspiration, but I will share it with you because I'm getting it. Those people who think that they can just manifest, attract and manifest, but they are not doing anything. There was here in one of the messages that I read to you, take inspired steps to bring it to life, right? Because it's not all to have a great vision. You have to take this vision, jump on the energy, and start to create with this energy. I kind of feel here with the unspoken words that somebody was very, very protective of themselves, and maybe the narrative that they told to themselves, it is, no, I will attract it to myself, I will believe in the power of manifestation. So they didn't do anything. They didn't. So they might have had a great vision, but it just died, in fact, right? Because there was here something that they were meant to build. You see how there's this circle of energy here around those buildings, a road leading there. So you already have to be in the road and step towards it, start to put some kind of something. We have the unspoken words here, right? It says a lot. So there is here a shift. Let me see here if there is something more that I see that is jumping. The magic of belief, it is a 39, which is a 12, which is the hangman. Seeing things from a new perspective. This might speak to someone. Okay. I'm very much attracted here to the celebration, right? If is there something to celebrate, please, please, please do, right? Don't block yourself from celebrating because hard things are happening in your life, right? It is very important to say thank you to the universe for good things that are happening, right? This will just attract more. So it's very important. Even the small celebrations, you know? Very important. Okay, let's get into a reading. I took out the Horror Tarot, but I think that it's not appropriate because we have here something very, very happy. So I don't want to take the Horror Tarot. I will take something else. Let's see. I have a few happy decks here. But which one do I feel like using? I think I want to use this one. This one? Okay, let's take this one. This one fell. So maybe it was, no, take me. Take me. Okay. So let's take you up. So just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it's a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. You are already supposed to know what I'm talking about. I'm just here in order to give you a little bit more information, insights or confirmation about something that you are aware of. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender. I'm talking about the energy from where someone is operating. So please apply it however it applies to the roles in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see. Hangman. Wait 1 second. I will put the cards like this. Okay. Somebody seeing things from a new perspective. Yeah, that they didn't invest where they should have invested. Can you see it all? Yes, I can even move it a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, somebody here sees things from a new perspective. I kind of feel that this is related to the unfortunate loss. Yeah, they might have had a vision, but it's all that they had, and they thought that their vision was enough. I truly feel here somebody who thought that they could like stay in their comfort zone. I kind of feel that the vision that they had, there was a lot of fear, right? But instead of understanding that they were acting from a place of fear, and so maybe go to therapy or work on their fear, or speak about their fears, I kind of feel that it's not what they did. They convinced themselves that their plan, whatever it was, would create the manifestation, right? And now apparently somebody sees that they didn't invest what they needed to invest. So maybe they invested in some kind of way, but it was not right. Yeah, because at the end of the day, this, whatever this vision was, it had to transform into something else. And it didn't. It didn't. It got to a total ending. Kind of feel that they might want now to transform it to something else, right? They want to get out of this miserable place. There is here some kind of very closed off energy, being stuck in the past, not being able to truly see the golden opportunity that is presenting itself in front of you. So now there is some kind of opening. They might realize that there was a golden opportunity here. But I kind of feel also that they might feel that they might be too late now, right? Because all of this, it's distant. It's in the past. We are talking here, I feel, about somebody of your past that should have expressed themselves, right? And instead of doing that, they didn't. They were all... I truly feel here also with this celebration, with the image that I see, I truly feel somebody who was trying to avoid some kind of feelings, avoid to be courageous, avoid to do the right thing. Maybe they were partying a lot, all those kind of things. I also feel that, right? So I kind of feel that there is an ending and you have moved forward totally, right? And this might be also because now, this might be why they realize now, in fact, that they have lost, that they have totally lost. Because maybe they thought that you would be stuck in some kind of despair. But you are not. You are not. You are empowered by whatever happened, right? And it's not the bad experience that empowered you. What empowered you is how you dealt with the situation. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. There was a lack of clarity here, and so you decided to take distance. There was no space of communication. No communication, no clarity. This is the base, right? If we are talking about a relationship here, this is the base. To have good communication. When there is no good communication, it cuts the relationship, right? I see the swords here getting in between two people. Right? So yeah, the lack of communication, the lack of clarity, the unspoken words, all of this created a separation, leading to an ending. Yeah. There were secrets. You felt with this situation, with this person here, that they were hiding something. They were hiding something, so you couldn't trust them. You might be somebody very, very intuitive also, and you felt that this person might have even tried to destroy your intuition or make you doubt of yourself. There was something here. It might be somebody who is not elevating, not listening to their intuition, trying to be in control instead of listening to their inner self, all those kind of things. Yeah, total lack of balance. Total lack of balance, and I kind of feel that you lost your patience. You truly lost your patience, right? You might have been patient in the beginning here, We know that we are talking here about something that took a long time, right? And there was a great vision. There was something good here, and this is maybe also why you might also feel somehow that it is an unfortunate loss, right? Because you might have seen a potential, you might have seen something, but at the end of the day, no communication, no clarity, a lot of despair, no real investment bringing stability, no true seed planted, none. Not somebody that you could trust, somebody that was taking you away of your intuition, creating a lot of imbalance in your life. Okay. Tell me more here, please. The Lovers. Yeah, you had to make the choice of taking distance. This is what you needed to do. The Lovers is talking about a choice, right? This is what we are talking about. You needed to make the choice of self-love. You might even have been guided to do that, right? Something has been shown to you to tell you that you truly need to make the right choice, and the right choice was to take distance, not to stay there, not to leave your heart into this place. Okay, let's see. Yeah, healing. King of Pentacles in reverse. Listen, if you are somebody who is all about deepness, partnership, real relationships, you were dealing here with someone who is all about power, status, image, superficiality, right? And you might have been a golden opportunity for them to get out of that. But if they were stuck there, then they were stuck there. It was all about, they wanted to party. They didn't want a true relationship here. Two of Cups, even if, I will tell you better, right? Even if they wanted a true relationship, it doesn't mean that they were able to. You know, a lot of people, they want a relationship, but they don't have what it takes. We discussed it in the comments with someone. It doesn't mean that you have what it takes, right? Because if you are not able to have deep conversations with someone, to have good communication, then it doesn't matter. You cannot have a healthy relationship. Yeah, you needed to take distance and heal. Put a total ending in order to be able to heal. You might have been in between for some time, right? Because we have the distant journey, we have the long road ahead. So you might have been in the in-between for some time, but I kind of feel that at a certain moment, you said, okay, I need to be able to heal. I need to grieve this relationship. I need to put a total ending to it, because if I don't do it, I cannot move forward. I am stuck. And so you truly needed to put a total ending to this situation. Even though this person might have still be projecting all kind of things to you, you might have felt them in your energy, all those kind of things. Maybe you didn't get the closure that you wanted. Maybe you didn't get the conversation that you needed, right? Unspoken words. But you needed to decide to put an ending to it. And if you are in this kind of energy right now, right, that you don't know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know that it's over, but you still feel that you are in between, you know, at a certain moment, just think if you think that this person might truly be, and it's not, don't project your hope, don't project yourself, just look at the person. Do you think that this person truly is able to have a healthy relationship, right? And don't take just the good moments that you had together, right? Because you have to take the full packet, see it all. Because if for some reason, you might not be aware, and you are dealing with somebody narcissistic, you know that they create these great memories. It's the love bombing phase, and it's for you to hold on to that. Think that you could have that all the time, but it's not true. It's not true, right? So you have to see the whole thing. Here what I'm seeing, it is that we are talking about someone who is not truly deep, and not truly honest also. The King of Pentacles in reverse, it is not somebody caring. They care about themselves, right? They are not honest, they are selfish, self-centered. Okay, let's see what else. Putting energy in something that is truly stable, maybe your own stability, your home, and it might be your outer home and it can be your inner home, right? Your emotional self, your physical self, taking care of yourself, bringing back the happiness, and it's coming from you. It's coming from you. It's we are with the page. It's something young. This can be an aha moment also, realizing something about this person. That it's not moving anywhere, right? That maybe they don't realize that you are a golden opportunity for them. Tell me more here, please. Look who we have here. The Knight of Cups in reverse. This is my dear fuckboy, which might be a fuck gal also, right? This is a charmer. This is a smooth talker, right? I tell you, we are talking here about someone who is all about partying, about celebration, about superficial relationships. You know, and if it's not somebody who's going out all the time, so they might entertain online all kind of people. This is a seducer. This is somebody who likes, you know, to jump from one flower to the other. Just seducing people. This is what they are after. Yeah, we are talking here about someone who is totally unhealed. Their inner child is totally unhealed. But they might be very regretful now, because this might be being stuck in the past. So they might be stuck in the past, but it might be stuck in the past with some kind of trauma that they have unresolved, and it might also be regretting what happened in the past, because we have kind of a lot here of things. The unfortunate ending here. So this is the end of the reading, right? This is the outcome, the integration. Is that this person understands now that you might have been a golden opportunity, and that there is this unfortunate ending, because they had a great vision, but they were more about partying or doing whatever they wanted to do, than to have this important conversation that you might have needed to have, or being able to truly talk, right? They were all about, yeah, I kind of feel, you know, I'm not surprised to see this Knight of Cups, because this is a dreamer, but it's not a sweet dreamer, it is a real dreamer, like, they are not realistic at all, at all. You know, this is the kind of person that might be into manifestation, but they just write something on a paper, and then they treat the reality. Let's say that it is somebody that is in love with you, right? So they are writing on the paper that they want the relationship with you, but they are treating you like shit at the same time, right? There is here something a little bit delusional, to be honest. I kind of feel a little bit of delusional. Let's see. Tell me more here, please. And now they see you like a star and they have a lot of regrets. They are very burdened. We might be talking about someone here, you know, that was so much into dealing with so many people that they didn't see you as a golden opportunity. They thought that they had all the time in their life, right? You were empowering them in some kind of way, so they enjoyed that. They were vampirizing your time, your energy, your good heart, all those kind of things, not giving you anything back, anything, maybe giving you the minimum that they thought that it was a lot, but it was not. We are talking here about a dreamer, so maybe they just wanted to feed your dreams, but you know, it might be fun for 2 days and then afterwards, okay, so what? Right? And so they see you now. Now they see you, the star. Now they see you. Yeah, and they are burdened now. Yeah, they are burdened because you put a total ending, but I truly feel here that now they want a new beginning. But let me just remind you that they might want a new beginning, they might be very motivated by the new beginning, but it doesn't mean that now they know how to communicate, how to truly be a real partner. It doesn't mean that. Because we are here with someone, we have the confusion card here, the Ace of Swords. So it's confusion, it's lying, manipulating, being dishonest. So draw your own conclusions, but I kind of feel here that you might not be at the same level. You might not be at the same level at all. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of? Listen. Yeah, this is somebody superficial. This is somebody superficial. They have no control over themselves. They have no control over their life. They might include a lot of people that they shouldn't include. They might be, you know, there is here with the Three of Cups in reverse. Again, I have like the partying scene, right? And as said, it might not be a party scene, but it might be, you know, someone who is all the time in the gaming, and in this gaming there is more than the gaming. There is a whole world of escape. There is some kind of escape here. This is what I feel. And with the Strength in reverse, it's somebody who is not in control of themselves. They are not in control of their behaviors, of their feelings. We might be talking about someone who is in some kind of addictive behavior, which video games might also be an addictive behavior, right? But we might be talking about something else. There is some kind of addictive behavior. This is what I feel here, you know, because the whole partying here that we have with the Three of Cups, it comes from a lack of self-control. This is why I think that there is some kind of addiction here, something like that. Okay, this is interesting. We have the Hierophant and the Three of Swords. Yeah, I kind of feel that you have very, very different values at the end of the day. I will check this Hierophant. I think that it was heartbreaking for you to realize that. But we might also be talking about something else. I have something else going through my mind. Because we might also be talking about someone. We had here the Six of Cups in reverse, right? I told you that we might be talking about someone who is unhealed from their past, something. Because the Hierophant might also talk about a contract. It might be a marriage also, and they have been heartbroken in their past, and so since then they were trying to escape, be numb, avoiding themselves. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, putting a total ending. This is very explicit, right? Putting a total ending. With the justice here, I take it like someone who has truly, somebody who has been hurt, and they adopted the phrase hurt people. So now, it's the kind of person, just an example, their last relationship hasn't worked, and instead of accepting the sadness and to cry whatever they need to cry and all those kind of things, it's not what they are doing. They decided to blame their ex, right? So, and they are stuck in this blame, right? And so now they might believe that all the people, all the relationships are the same. So it might be that everybody's a cheater, or I give my all and at the end of the day I get nothing of it. So all the people are the same, and I will just treat people like shit because I think that this is the best thing to do, because this is how people respect you. Without realizing that if they truly want a good relationship, maybe this is not the way to go, right? Because if they treat people like shit, but I kind of feel, that they just didn't care anymore. King of Cups in reverse. Emotionally manipulating people. They are acting here from a very, very hurt place. They might be full of hate and resentment, which in fact are fear. We are talking about someone who is fearful, but they don't I don't think that they realize even that it is fear, right? We also have the King of Pentacles in reverse here, so kind of feel that this person might have been very hurt in their ego, right? And so now they are in this revenge mentality, right? I will emotionally manipulate everyone. I don't care about being fair or not. That's it. My heart is closed. They are not learning the lesson. There is no transformation about themselves. There is none of that. And they are in this very, very... I see the devil's energy, right? This is what I see. They don't care. They are totally disconnected from their heart space because it's too painful, because of something that happened in the past. And with this Hierophant, I kind of feel that there was some kind of contract, which might be a marriage, doesn't have to be, but some kind. And they feel that they have been heartbroken there, and they are still, they might, all the resentment and anger and hate that they have towards the person that hurt them in the past, they are projecting it on everyone. This is what they are doing now. So it doesn't matter how honest you are, how much you give, how loving you are, how amazing you are. All of this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they don't want to love you. They don't want to... They are not driven by love. They are driven by anger, hate, resentment, fear. This is what is driving them. Let's go to closure, please. We have the Tower here, right? I see it in both ways. I see it like you needed to let this tower fall, right? Because you awakened to something here. That this person was just keeping you stuck in nothingness. Nothingness, right? You might have felt played by this person. But what I also feel here, because we have here the unfortunate loss. I just wanted to check the last word. Somebody feels here an unfortunate loss, and I don't feel that it is you. It might have been you in the past, right? When you were still hesitating, or you might still be there, in fact, right? But I kind of feel more here that, to be honest, I feel that for them to get to this place of being able to see things from a new perspective, you needed energetically to be totally detached from them. This is what I feel. I feel that until they had an open door, it was emotionally risky for them, and so they wouldn't self-reflect. That for them to self-reflect, you truly needed already to be in a, turning your back totally. Looking a totally different direction. And you might have been here since some time and they still didn't realize it, right? But at a certain moment, because I kind of feel that we are talking about someone who is holding on to their illusions and delusions here, right? We are talking about someone who is ego-driven. King of Pentacles in reverse. So I kind of feel that now they have awakened to something. They have realized that you are not stuck. You are not stuck. You move forward. Maybe because of the love that you gave them and the attention that you gave them, they felt like they were a golden opportunity and that you would wait whatever time. There is some kind of delusion, I tell you. There is here some kind of something, someone who doesn't want to see the truth, right? Yeah. And now there is this tower because they realize that you are not stuck. You are not stuck, you are not confused, you know exactly who they are, you know what kind of relationship they can offer you and what they cannot offer you. You understood that the unspoken words, it was very intentional. You might have understood that they were partying while they were playing it victim, that maybe they have been some kind of third wheel situation, even if it's not in I want to say even if it's not in reality, it's emotional. But I kind of feel that anyway, this person didn't let you get close to them in any kind of way, right? This is what I feel. Very, very protective, thinking that, it's all a defense mechanism. This is what it is. But at the end of the day, somebody who is in such a defense mechanism, what they should do, right, it is simply not get into relationships, because I kind of feel here, this is a liar, this is a charmer. This is someone who needs to feel that they have you emotionally. And so they are pouring in order to have you emotionally. There is a lot of ego here, truly. A lot of ego. Anyway, the tower is here, right? Now, they understand that they lost. And they lost a golden opportunity. I truly feel that they understand it. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. Turn the other direction. I kind of feel that the universe has said to them, you will see. Sit down, you will see. Yeah. And with these unspoken words, I kind of feel now that they might want to speak, right? They might. Doesn't mean that they are more courageous than what they were before. Yeah, I kind of feel that they felt empowered by your presence. They just enjoyed it. They didn't see or didn't consider you here. Yeah, I feel entitlement here. I feel entitlement, but I also feel somebody who's absolutely not in control of themselves. They are not in control of themselves. And now they see you as a star. They are burdened, right? They see things from a new perspective. They understand that they have invested in nothingness when they had something amazing. They understand that you needed to put a total ending and moving forward, because at the end of the day, they were not bringing you anything, just confusion, right? Imbalance. And you made the right choice. And now they awaken to the fact that you are not there anymore. And I kind of feel that they also feel that the door is closed because they have betrayed you over and over again. Right? So, I kind of also feel that you are too stable for them now. It's even scary, you know? Now that they see you as the star, you are on a pedestal. How can they even get to this height, right? So I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was inspiring, maybe even healing. I'll read you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.